indeed give billions more to fund Cash for Clunkers. Is this program a success, and should they do that with your taxpayer dollars? Carlist.com's Luann Hammond says, hey, with these numbers, who's not winning? Luann, explain. So you think those sales gains are all have to do with Cash for Clunkers?
A lot of them. A lot of them have so much to do with Cash for Clunkers. But, Rebecca, let's step back, because I'm an accountant by trade. I used to work for Chevron as an accountant. And when I look at something, I look at the numbers. And for $1 billion, I want to know what I'm getting for my money as a taxpayer. So somebody gets $4,500 to bring their car in. It's not worth $4,500. We know that. But immediately they are paying sales tax and DMV registration. So I calculated if all of them were sold in California alone, we would get $612 million back that day in sales tax and in DMV registration. 61 cents on the dollar. What other program in the government is doing that?
Luann, so in other words, if we pump a dollar through Washington and it results in 60 cents on the other side for the government of California, you consider it a success?
Just initially.
Fine, you're saying it's a success initially. Let me finish my question. What about the $1 billion itself? It has to come from somewhere. It is a redistribution of wealth from the people who are not buying cars and not associated in any way, shape, or form with the auto industry, subsidizing all the people who are rich enough to buy a new car or are associated with the auto industry.
Had we not done any of the stimulus bill, I would be right there with you. But we have almost $800 billion in a stimulus bill. Why not redirect that to something that's going to help bring this economy back around? In July, there was a Ford conference call this morning, and I was listening in, and they said in the last week of July, because of the Cash for Clunkers, the SAR, the retail average rate would have been 15 to 16 million vehicles sold because of Cash for Clunkers. So why not go ahead and stimulate that economy, get the cities and the states some sales tax and DMV registration? And we're not even talking about the gallons of gas that we're saving.
Luann, I would go on record saying, what about the retail industry? What about the garment industry? There are a bunch of other industries are going, hey, what about us? Some would say maybe because the UAW is at the beneficiary and the business end of that stimulus package, that's maybe why the car companies are bailed out. Here's the question, though. Why not just American car companies? Why not just the Detroit Big Three being the only types of car that would qualify for the $4,500?
Because there are other companies that are manufacturing cars in the United States. When this whole thing started, they said, hey, why don't we just do the Big Three and say, because they're the ones making cars in the United States. And then they said, hey, wait, Mercedes, BMW, Toyota, Subaru, Nissan, they're manufacturing cars right now. They're employing people right now. Why don't we do the benefit for the United States of America with manufacturing people that get jobs? Detroit has over 15% unemployment.
Yeah.
I was there twice. You got to do something for those people.
Luann, you hit on it right there. The jobs situation. You know, hey, the markets may be doing well, but people are still out there losing jobs. And you hit it on the money. If we're going to already have this stimulus, then go for tax breaks for the consumer. We should think of more tax breaks. Maybe when I do buy clothes or shoes, yeah, give me a tax break instead of giving it to the CEOs.
But, Luann, to build on that point that Rebecca's making there...
They're going to give it out anyway, and it helped Paul, and Paul's not rich. Our producer, Paul, bought a car this week in Cash for Clunkers. He's not one of the rich guys. He's a middle-income guy. You say it's only helping the rich.
I want to stick with the jobs thing that my question's based on, if you don't mind not changing topics after you just introduced the jobs topic. Thank you very much, Rebecca. Here's the question. In all seriousness, you've got 15% unemployment in Michigan after $100 billion of bailouts before this little $1, $2, $3 billion bailout for the auto industry. GM itself has gone from 200,000 employees to 40,000 employees in the midst of all of those bailouts, and you're telling me I'm saving jobs?
You know, Within the next couple of months, you're going to see production rise in Detroit because of this. The Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler are all at a low-time low for vehicles on the lot. Some of the cars for General Motors, they're 300 days on the lot just 5 months ago. Now they're like less than 60 days on the lot. So this is perfect for jobs creation. And yes, you're absolutely right that maybe they shouldn't have given all those billions of dollars, because when I first started writing about this, I said, give it to the people who are going to spend the money, not the people who are going to redistribute it around their manufacturing company. We needed to get rid of the cars that were on the lot, and this is what's doing it.
All right, Lou Ann Hammond, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Folks, today all the banks